Hello, welcome to the blog. Have you ever wondered if just a few minutes of meditation a day could transform your life? If you want to improve your sleep, reduce anxiety and increase concentration, this video will show you how meditation can change your brain and bring incredible benefits to your mental and physical health. And best of all, science confirms. Meditation. The mere mention of this word already evokes images of tranquility and silence, as if the world around it stops to give space to a moment of deep peace. But what exactly is this practice that crosses millennia and cultures, being considered a powerful tool for well-being? Before we delve into the benefits it offers, it is important to understand its basic concept and what lies behind this habit so old but increasingly relevant nowadays. Meditation is a practice that has its roots in ancient traditions, from the East, with Buddhism and Hinduism, to other cultures around the world. Although there are different types and approaches, they all have something in common: the quest to calm the mind and train attention. In essence, meditation is an exercise of mental focus, where you choose to deliberately focus your attention on something specific. It can be your breathing, the repetition of a mantra, the sensations of the body, or even the sounds that arise around you. The central point is to train the mind to remain in the present, without being carried away by the incessant streams of thoughts. In the modern world, where we are bombarded by information and stimuli constantly, meditation presents itself as an antidote to chaos. However, it is not just sitting in silence and waiting for the mind to empty out, as many people imagine. On the contrary, meditation involves a conscious effort to direct attention. It's almost like a workout for the mind, similar to how we exercise our muscles. When we meditate, we are training our ability to maintain focus and attention in the present moment while observing, without judgment, any thought or distraction that arises. There are many forms of meditation, and some of them are more popular in the West. Mindfulness meditation, for example, which has gained notoriety in recent years, is based on full attention to the present moment. In this practice, the goal is to observe the thoughts, sensations, and emotions that arise, without attaching to them, letting them pass like clouds in the sky. Transcendental meditation, very popular in the 19 and 61,970 decades, focuses on the silent repetition of a mantra, a word or specific sound, which helps the mind to reach a state of deep rest and relaxation. Breathing, one of the most common focuses in meditation, is the anchor that brings the mind back to the present. Imagine you are sitting, eyes closed, and begin to perceive the air coming in and out through your nostrils. This simple act of observing the breath is already a powerful form of meditation. When your mind inevitably gets distracted with thoughts like what I'm going to eat for lunch, I need to finish that project, or did I lock the door? You gently bring your attention back to breathing, without criticizing yourself or frustrating yourself. This process of getting back into focus is the real exercise. Another interesting approach is guided meditation, which, as the name suggests, is conducted by a voice that guides the practitioner throughout the session. Here, the person can be led to visualize quiet settings, such as a beach or a forest, and to concentrate on the sensations associated with these environments. In addition, guided meditation can suggest reflections on feelings of gratitude, compassion, or acceptance, helping to cultivate a more positive state of mind. Although it seems simple in theory, meditation is not always easy. At first, many people feel frustrated to realize the amount of thoughts that come up like a whirlwind when they try to concentrate. This is one of the biggest myths about meditating: the idea that we need to clear our minds completely. In fact, it's impossible to stop thinking. What meditation proposes is to change our relationship with thoughts. Instead of sticking to them or getting emotionally involved, we learn to watch them from afar as spectators. Over time, this ability to observe thoughts without becoming emotionally involved transfers into everyday life. Imagine you're in the middle of a busy day at work and start feeling stress and anxiety growing. Instead of being sucked into these feelings, regular meditation practice can help you recognize these signs and consciously bring your attention back to the present. This does not mean that the problems disappear, but that your ability to deal with them improves significantly. You become more resilient, less reactive, and more focused. Also, meditation is not a practice restricted to a calm environment or a specific posture. Although many practice in quiet environments and sitting cross-legged, you can meditate almost anywhere: on public transport, during a walk, or even while washing dishes. The important thing is the intention to be present and focused on the activity of the moment, without being led by mental distractions. Meditating is therefore an exercise for the mind, which with regular practice brings a number of benefits proven by science. But these benefits are the fruit of consistent practice. Just like physical practice, it takes time and dedication to reap the results. In today's everyday life, finding a few minutes to dedicate to meditation can be the most transformative act you can do for yourself. By focusing your attention, whether on the breath, a mantra or sounds around you, you open space for inner peace, calm your mind and develop a precious ability to be present. Science has revealed surprising discoveries about meditation and its impact on the brain. What was once seen as just a spiritual practice or a form of relaxation is now proven by neuroscience as a powerful tool to transform the structure and functioning of our brain. And the most fascinating is that these changes are profound and permanent, altering both our cognitive capacity and our emotional health. One of the most studied and impacted areas by meditation is the gray matter, which is responsible for several important functions such as learning, memory, decision-making, and emotional control. Neuroimaging studies show that regular practice of meditation can actually increase the density of gray matter in certain regions of the brain. One of these regions is the hippocampus, a vital area for learning and the formation of new memories. When you meditate, the activity in the hippocampus increases, which strengthens these abilities. This means that by cultivating the practice of meditation, you are not only calming your mind in the present moment, but also enhancing your ability to store and access information more efficiently. This increase in gray matter density also has direct implications on self-control. Meditation stimulates the part of the brain responsible for emotional control and impulses. When a person develops this area, he becomes more able to regulate his emotional reactions, avoiding impulsive and exaggerated behaviors. Imagine you are in a stressful situation, perhaps an argument or a particularly difficult day at work. Regular practice of meditation strengthens your ability to deal with these challenges more calmly and with control, reducing the likelihood of impulsive or disproportionate responses. On the other hand, the impact of meditation on the amygdala, if just a few minutes of meditation located in the center of the brain transform your life, is one of the most impressive discoveries. If you want to improve your sleep, the amygdala is widely known for its relationship with fear. This video will show you how meditation can change your brain. It works as an alarm in our brain, bring incredible benefits responsible for putting us on alert before situations that we perceive as threats. Science confirms. However, meditation has the ability to reduce the size and activity images of tranquility and silence. This means that over time the brain around it less reactive to stress, to a moment of deep situations peace that could previously generate anxiety or panic crosses millennia and cultures in a more relaxed way, being considered a powerful body's warning system being triggered. Before we delve into the benefits it offers, what meditation does is important to understand its automatic responses. And what lies behind the size of the amygdala, but increasingly relevant nowadays. Prone to overreact meditation is a practice that has its roots in a general sense of calm and emotional resilience. With Buddhism and Hinduism, everyday stress loses to other some cultures of its around the world, allowing you to deal with problems in a more rational and balanced way. They all have something in common. Moreover, this change is not only momentary attention. The brain structure actually changes. Meditation is an exercise of more lasting resilience to stress and anxiety, deliberately focus your attention on something specific. Meditation also affects the prefrontal cortex, of a mantra, the brain region responsible for high-level functions such as arise around you, decision-making, and moderating. To train the mind to remain in the present. This is the core of our ability to think critically and make rational decisions. In the modern world, this area we are bombarded by information and stimuli, which helps us to improve our ability to focus, presents itself as an antidote and think more clearly. However, that's why we can say that meditation is like waiting for the mind to empty out. Just as lifting weights strengthens muscles, on the contrary, meditation involves a conscious effort to direct cerebral plasticity. It's almost like a workout for the mind, similar to how we exercise our muscles. When we meditate, new connections, we are training our ability to maintain focus and attention in the present moment. When we meditate regularly, without judgment, we are essentially training the brain to function more effectively and harmoniously. There are many forms of meditation. Another fascinating aspect is how meditation affects the default mode network. Mindfulness meditation, a network of brain regions that gained notoriety in recent years. That is when based we are on full attention to the present moment. On the past or worrying about the future. The goal is to observe DMN the thoughts, strongly associated with wandering and emotions that arise, or mind wandering, without attaching and to also them, with feelings letting of dissatisfaction them pass like clouds and anxiety. In the sky. During
Transcendental
meditation, there is a
meditation,
decrease
very
in the
popular
activity
in the
of this network.
1961,970
This means that practice helps to reduce
decades,
moments of mental
focuses
wandering,
on the silent
allowing
repetition
you to
of a
be more
mantra,
present and
a
conscious
word or
without being
specific
swept
sound,
away by a
which
barrage
helps
of
the mind to
useless
reach
or
a state
negative
of
thoughts.
deep rest and
And we
relaxation.
cannot forget the
Breathing,
impact of
one of the most
meditation
common
on emotional
focuses in
balance.
meditation,
By
is
reducing
the
the
anchor that
reactivity
brings
of
the
the
mind
amygdala
back to
and
the
increasing
present.
the density
Imagine
of the
you are
hippocampus,
sitting,
eyes
meditation
closed,
gives
and
us
begin to
internal
perceive
tools
the
to
air
deal with
coming in and
difficult
out through
emotions.
your nostrils.
It is as
This
if we gain
simple
a
act
pause
of
between
observing
the
the
moment
breath
when we
is
feel a
already a
strong
powerful
emotion
form
and the
of
moment when we
meditation.
react to it.
When your mind
This
inevitably
pause gives
gets
us the
distracted with
opportunity to
thoughts
choose
like
a
what
more
I'm going to
conscious
eat for
response,
lunch,
rather
rather
than
than
being
finish that
carried away
project
by
or did I
automatic
lock the
reactions.
door.
You
For
gently
many
bring your
people,
attention
this
back to
translates
breathing,
into less emotional
without
outbursts,
criticizing yourself
less
or
regret for
frustrating
words
yourself.
spoken in the heat
This
of the
process
moment,
of getting
and
back
a
into
greater
focus
sense of
is the
control
real
over their
exercise.
own emotional
Another
lives.
interesting approach
And
is
more
guided
than that,
meditation,
meditation,
which, as
also
the name
promotes
suggests,
compassion,
is conducted
Studies
by a
show
voice
that
that
regular
guides the
practice
practitioner
increases
throughout the
activity
session.
in the brain areas
Here, the person can
associated
be
with
led to
empathy and
visualize quiet
compassion.
settings.
This means
Such as
that
a
as we
beach or a
meditate,
forest,
we become
and to
more able to
concentrate on the
connect with
sensations
others,
associated with
understand
these
their
environments,
emotions, and cultivate
In
healthier
addition,
and
guided
more
meditation
satisfying
can suggest
relationships.
reflections on
Over
feelings
time,
of
the
gratitude,
practice of meditation
compassion,
not
or
only
acceptance,
changes the functioning
helping
of the
to
brain in the
cultivate
short
a more
term,
positive state
but
of
also
mind.
leads to
Although
permanent
it seems
structural
simple in
changes
theory,
that help us to be
meditation
more
is not
balanced,
always easy,
resilient,
At
and
first,
happy.
many people
The
feel
brain is an
frustrated to
incredibly
realize the
adaptable
amount of
machine,
thoughts that come up
and
like a
meditation
whirlwind
is
when
one
they
of the
try to
most effective
concentrate.
tools to shape
This is
it
one
into
of the
something
biggest
that benefits
myths about
us in
meditating.
all aspects of
The
life.
idea that we need
Whether
to
it's
clear our
improving our
minds
cognitive
completely.
abilities,
In fact, it's
regulating our
impossible to
emotions,
stop
or
thinking.
protecting us from
What
chronic
meditation
stress,
proposes
meditation
is to change our
turns the brain
relationship
into a
with
powerful
thoughts,
ally in
instead
the
of
search for
sticking to
well-being
them
and
or
inner
getting
peace.
emotionally involved.
So the more
we
you
learn to
meditate,
watch them
the
from
more you
afar as
strengthen your
spectators.
brain.
Over
It's
time,
not just a matter
this
of
ability
feeling
to
good or
observe
relaxed
thoughts
after
without
practice,
becoming emotionally
but of
involved
actively
transfers
transferring your
into
brain to
everyday
better
life.
cope with life's challenges.
Imagine you're in the middle of
It
a
is a
busy
daily
day at
investment
work
that
and
over
start
time
feeling stress and
results in
anxiety
a healthier
growing.
brain,
Instead of
strong
being
and
sucked into
prepared
these
to live
feelings,
fully.
difficulty
Regular
sleeping
meditation
practice can help
practice
you
increasingly
recognize
recognize
these
these
signs.
With the
and
hectic
consciously
lifestyle,
bring your
the
attention back
excessive
to the
stimuli
present.
during the day,
This does
and
not
that
mean that the
constantly
problems
overloaded
disappear,
mind,
many
but that
people
your
have
ability to
difficulties
deal with
to
them
relax and
improves
achieve quality
significantly.
sleep.
You become
If you
more
identify
resilient,
with this,
less
perhaps
reactive and more
meditation is
focused.
the missing key to
Also,
solving your sleepless
meditation
nights.
is not a practice
When you practice
restricted to a
meditation,
calm environment,
especially
or a
at
specific
night,
posture.
cortisol levels
Although
drop,
many practice
allowing
in
your
quiet
body to
environments
move away
and
from
sitting
this state of
cross-legged,
alertness and
you
start
can
preparing
meditate
for
almost
sleep.
anywhere.
Meditation
On public
also triggers the
transport,
release
during a
of
walk,
calming hormones,
or even while
such as
washing dishes.
melatonin.
The
Which
important
is
thing is
crucial
the
for
intention to
regulating
be
your
present
sleep cycle.
and focused on the
By
activity
balancing
of
these
the moment,
hormones,
without
meditation
being led
practice
by
not
mental
only helps you fall
distractions.
asleep faster,
Meditating is
but also
therefore an
improves the
exercise
quality
for
of
the
your
mind,
sleep,
which with
ensuring
regular
that you reach
practice
deeper
brings a
resting
number of
stages
benefits
such as REM
proven
sleep,
by science,
which is vital
but
for
these
physical
benefits
and mental
are the fruit of
regeneration.
consistent
And how
practice.
does meditation
Just like
help to
physical
calm the
practice,
mind? It takes
regular
time and
practice
dedication
trains
to
the brain
reap
to
the focus
results.
on the present
In
moment.
today's everyday
Preventing
life,
it from
finding
getting
a
stuck
few
in
minutes to
ruminating and
dedicate to
anxious
meditation
thoughts that
can be
often
the most
arise when we put our
transformative
head
act
on
you
a
can
pillow.
do for yourself.
How many times
By
have you gone to
focusing your
sleep and
attention,
suddenly been
whether on the
overwhelmed
breath,
by a
a
flood
mantra,
of
or
worries?
sounds around
The
you?
brain begins
You
to
open
review what
space for
happened
inner
on the
peace.
day.
Calm
Think
your mind
about
and
tomorrow's
develop a
commitments,
precious ability
remember
to be present.
conversations, or even worry
Science
about
has
things
revealed
that have not
surprising
yet
discoveries
happened.
about
This
meditation
cycle of thoughts
and its
generates a
impact
state
on
of
the
mental
brain.
alertness.
What was once
Making
seen
it
as just a
difficult to
spiritual
relax.
practice or a
Meditation
form of
acts
relaxation
directly at this
is
point,
now proven by
helping the mind
neuroscience
to
as a
disconnect
powerful
from these
tool to
thoughts and
transform
enter
the
a state
structure
of
and
tranquility
functioning
of our brain. And the most fascinating is that these changes are profound and permanent, altering both our cognitive capacity and our emotional health. One of the most studied and impacted areas by meditation is the gray matter, which is responsible for several important functions such as learning, memory, decision-making, and emotional control. Neuroimaging studies show that regular practice of meditation can actually increase the density of gray matter in certain regions of the brain. One of these regions is the hippocampus, a vital area for learning and the formation of new memories. When you meditate, the activity in the hippocampus increases, which strengthens these abilities. This means that by cultivating the practice of meditation, you are not only calming your mind in the present
present moment, but also enhancing your ability to store and access information more efficiently. This increase in gray matter density also has direct implications on self-control. Meditation stimulates the part of the brain responsible for emotional control and impulses. When a person develops this area, he becomes more able to regulate his emotional reactions, avoiding impulsive and exaggerated behaviors. Imagine you are in a stressful situation, perhaps an argument or a particularly difficult day at work. Regular practice of meditation strengthens your ability to deal with these challenges more calmly and with control, reducing the likelihood of impulsive or disproportionate responses.
A specific type of meditation that has been widely studied for its effectiveness in sleep is mindfulness, or mindfulness meditation. This technique involves focusing attention on the present, whether through breathing, body sensations, or the surrounding environment. In doing so, you distance yourself from anxious thoughts and create a sense of peace and serenity, ideal for preparing the body and mind for sleep. Practicing mindfulness before sleep helps turn off the mental noises that often hinder rest. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association showed that mindfulness meditation can be an effective intervention for insomnia. Participants who practiced this form of meditation for 6 weeks reported significant improvements in sleep quality, fell asleep more quickly, and woke up less at night compared to those who did not meditate. This highlights the power of meditation in creating a mental environment conducive to sleep. Another interesting factor is that meditation helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for the body's resting and digestion response. This system is the opposite of the sympathetic nervous system, which comes into action when we are stressed and alert. When you meditate, you activate the parasympathetic, which slows down your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and slows down your breathing. All these are signs that the body understands it's time to rest, creating the perfect conditions for deep sleep. In addition to the physiological benefits, meditation also has a powerful psychological impact on sleep. Often, sleep difficulties are linked to negative thinking patterns or chronic concerns. Meditation, by cultivating mindfulness, helps to break these patterns. It teaches to observe thoughts without attaching to them, allowing the mind to find a state of peace even in the midst of day-to-day worries or tensions. This is particularly useful for those suffering from early insomnia, which is when the person has trouble falling asleep because they are anxious or worried. For those who suffer from maintenance insomnia, that is, they can sleep but wake up in the middle of the night and have trouble falling back to sleep, meditation can also be effective. Techniques such as body scan meditation can be particularly useful. In this practice, you focus your attention on different parts of the body, consciously relaxing each one. This helps to calm the nervous system and can facilitate the return to sleep. Another interesting aspect is that meditation does not require a large amount of time or experience to start seeing results. Even a short meditation practice, 5 to 10 minutes before bedtime, can have powerful effects on sleep quality. Over time, as you become more familiar with the practice, your mind begins to associate meditation with a sense of relaxation, creating a routine that naturally prepares the body for rest. So if you suffer from insomnia or simply have trouble relaxing at night, incorporating meditation into your routine can be a simple and effective solution. In addition to helping you sleep better, meditation offers benefits that go far beyond sleep, such as reducing stress, improving concentration, and greater emotional balance. Turning a few minutes of your day into a moment of meditation can be the secret to restorative sleep nights and a healthier, more balanced life. Imagine you lying down at night. Instead of being bombarded by a flood of thoughts and worries, your mind is calm and centered. The body relaxes naturally, and sleep arrives gently, deep, and restorative. Wake up the next day feeling refreshed, with more energy and disposition. This is the power of meditation, and it is within your reach, just a few minutes a day to reap its benefits. Anxiety, so common in modern life, is like a constant presence that often prevents us from fully living the present. Feeling overwhelmed by concerns about the future or regrets from the past can create a sense of uneasiness that is difficult to control. And that's precisely where meditation becomes a powerful tool to combat this feeling. To understand how meditation helps reduce anxiety, it is important first to understand how it arises in our body. When we face a situation that we perceive as threatening, our body automatically activates the fight or flight response. This is an ancestral reaction that prepared our ancestors to face physical dangers, such as the approach of a predator. Today, however, the predators are other: deadlines at work, financial problems, family challenges, and so many other sources of stress. The problem is that even though we are not immediate physical dangers, our body still reacts in the same way, releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which leave us in a state of alert. And when it happens too often or for extended periods, our mind and body enter a cycle of constant anxiety. Meditation breaks this cycle. One of the most direct ways that meditation affects anxiety is by bringing the mind to the present moment. Anxiety often arises from concerns about what may happen in the future or thoughts about what has happened in the past. The mind gets stuck in a loop of and if I should have, increasing the stress and feeling of lack of control. Meditation, by focusing attention on the now, whether in breathing, a mantra, or body sensations, helps us break this ruminating thought pattern. This simple act of redirecting the mind to the present can have a profound effect on reducing anxiety. In addition, meditating regularly helps to decrease the intensity of the body's response to struggle or flight. Scientific studies show that meditation can reduce the activation of the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for detecting threats and triggering the fear and anxiety response. When the amygdala is overactive, the body remains in a constant state of alert, always waiting for something bad to happen. Meditating helps to calm this excessive activity, making you feel less reactive to everyday stressors. Another important effect of meditation on reducing anxiety is the strengthening of the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logical reasoning, planning, and emotional control. When you meditate regularly, this region becomes more active and strengthened, allowing you to have more control over your emotional reactions. This means that instead of reacting impulsively to a stressful situation, you become able to stop, reflect, and deal with the situation in a more calm and balanced way. This emotional resilience is one of the main benefits of meditation, as it allows you to better deal with life's adversities and uncertainties without being dominated by anxiety. The scientific studies that explore the relationship between meditation and anxiety are numerous and the results are consistent. People who practice meditation regularly experience significantly lower levels of anxiety. In a review of studies published in JAMA Internal Medicine, it was found that mindfulness meditation is as effective as conventional treatments for anxiety, such as cognitive behavioral therapy and anxiolytic drugs. The practice of mindfulness, which involves focusing attention on the present moment in a non-judgmental way, helps to slow down accelerated thoughts and reduces emotional reactivity. One of the most common and effective practices to combat anxiety is mindfulness meditation on breathing. This type of meditation is simple but incredibly effective. All you need to do is sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and focus your attention on the breath, the feeling of air coming in and out of the body. Every time your mind starts wandering, and it will happen especially at the beginning, you gently redirect the focus back to the breath. The goal is not to eliminate thoughts, but to train the mind to return to the present whenever it starts getting lost in worries. Over time, this simple practice can reprogram the brain to be less reactive to anxious thoughts and emotions. Another type of effective meditation is guided meditation, in which an instructor or application leads you through a series of visualizations and relaxation techniques. These guided meditations can be particularly useful for beginners, as they provide a framework that helps to keep focus. Many of these practices include visualizations that help reduce anxiety, such as imagining a quiet and safe place or visualizing anxious thoughts like clouds passing through the sky without attaching to them. Another essential benefit of meditation in combating anxiety is that it not only calms the mind during practice, but its effects extend throughout the day. People who meditate regularly report greater emotional awareness. That is, they can perceive their emotions before they intensify. This means that instead of being caught by surprise by an anxiety attack, they are able to recognize the first signs of stress and take steps to calm down before the anxiety sets in completely. Meditation can also be a powerful tool to change the relationship we have with our thoughts. Often when we are anxious, we identify ourselves completely with our thoughts. We believe that if we are thinking of something negative or catastrophic, it will necessarily be true. Meditation teaches us to observe our thoughts in a more distant way, as if we were watching a movie. Instead of clinging to every anxious thought, we learn to see it as a passing event that arises and disappears. This simple act of disidentification with anxious thoughts can bring a deep sense of relief. Meditating also teaches you to practice acceptance, a quality that is essential for combating anxiety. Anxiety often arises from the desire to control what is beyond our control. We want to ensure that everything will work out, that we will not fail, that nothing bad will happen. Meditation helps us to cultivate the acceptance that uncertainty is part of life, and that we can't always control what happens, but we can control how we react. This change in perspective significantly reduces the impact of anxiety. In short, meditation is a deeply effective practice to reduce anxiety, helping to calm the mind, improve emotional control, and bring the mind back to the present. In addition to offering immediate relief during practice, its benefits extend into everyday life, making you more resilient in the face of adversity and less susceptible to cycles of anxious thinking. Whether it's mindfulness meditation, guided meditations, or simply focusing on breathing, incorporating this practice into your routine can transform the way you deal with stress and anxiety. When you meditate, you train your mind to find peace in the midst of chaos, and over time, you feel more in control of your emotions, experiencing a more peaceful and balanced life. Distraction is a problem that many people face in modern life, especially in a world full of constant stimuli. Social networks, notifications on mobile phones, emails that arrive without stopping, all these factors compete for our attention, making it increasingly difficult to keep focus on a single task. Have you ever felt like this, trying to do something important but being constantly interrupted by random thoughts, or that uncontrollable urge to check your phone? If so, know that you are not alone. And more importantly, there is a simple but powerful solution to this growing problem: meditation. Meditation practice is often associated with inner peace and stress reduction, but what is perhaps less well known is its direct effect on the ability to focus and concentrate. Meditation, especially so-called mindfulness meditation, has the power to train the brain to stay in the present and resist distractions. This mental training is extremely effective for those who feel difficulty in maintaining focus or want to increase their productivity. Let's understand how this happens. When you practice meditation, whether focusing on breathing or a mantra, you are essentially training your mind to return to the present whenever it wanders. And let's be honest, the mind always wanders. Have you ever sat down to work and 5 minutes later realized that you were thinking about dinner, bills, or even something completely irrelevant, like that scene from a movie you watched last week? This is because the human mind is naturally prone to wandering, seeking distractions. This is normal, but meditation teaches how to deal with it. Every time your mind wanders during meditation, and you gently bring it back into focus, you are strengthening the muscles of your brain responsible for sustained attention. Think of it as a gym workout, but for the mind. At first, it can be challenging to keep your focus on something as simple as breathing, but with practice you become more adept at noticing when you are distracted and able to return your attention to the present moment more easily. This regular training makes it possible for you to also focus on other areas of your life outside of meditation practice. Studies show that people who meditate regularly have better control over their distractions and are able to concentrate for longer periods on important tasks. This means that by practicing meditation consistently, you may notice that during work or study your mind wanders less and your ability to stay focused increases considerably. One of the most fascinating effects of meditation on concentration is how it affects the brain in a physical way. Science has already proven that meditation can modify the structure of the brain. Research using neuroimaging has shown that regular practice of meditation increases the density of gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the brain region associated with focus, executive control, and problem solving. This means that by meditating, you are literally strengthening the part of your brain responsible for helping you to stay focused and make conscious choices. Another direct impact of meditation on the brain is related to the improvement of working memory. Working memory is the ability to keep relevant information in mind while performing a task. For example, when doing research for a project, your working memory is what helps you remember the information you just read while taking notes or developing your ideas. Studies indicate that meditation can increase working memory capacity, allowing you to process information more efficiently and avoid unnecessary distractions. This not only improves focus but also the quality of the work you do. A remarkable study conducted at Harvard University examined the effects of meditation on a group of volunteers and found that after only 8 weeks of regular practice, participants showed significant increase in brain regions associated with concentration, learning, and self-control. This same study also observed a reduction in the activity of the amygdala, the part of the brain associated with stress and anxiety, which helps explain why meditation not only improves focus but also promotes a calmer and controlled mental state, which, in turn, facilitates concentration. Another crucial benefit of focused meditation is the increased ability to selective attention. This means that by meditating, you become more able to filter out distractions and focus only on what is really important at the moment. In an age of multitasking and information overload, this ability to select what deserves your attention is a true superpower. Meditation teaches you to slow down,
Be less impulsive and not automatically give in to every notification or intrusive thought that comes along. One of the challenges of modern life is that we are always trying to do many things at the same time. This not only overloads the mind, but also reduces the efficiency with which we perform each task. Meditation teaches us the opposite of multitasking: the power to be present in a single task at a time. By focusing on one thing, whether it's breathing during meditation or an important task at work, you increase your efficiency and productivity. The result is that even if you are devoting more time to a single task, the level of attention you apply makes it be performed with much more quality and fewer errors, and you end up saving time in the long run. Imagine the following situation. You have an important report to deliver, but while trying to work, your mind starts wandering. One thought leads you to another, and before you know it, you are already thinking about your next vacation or something you need to buy at the supermarket. Instead of getting annoyed by your lack of focus, meditation teaches you to look at these thoughts as transients. You notice the distraction, and instead of letting yourself be carried away by it, gently put it aside and back to your work. With practice, this process becomes automatic, and your ability to stay focused for longer periods increases. This ability to deal with distractions without frustration is one of the most important aspects of meditation. Usually, when we realize that we are distracted, our first reaction is frustration. We feel unable to control the mind, which only increases distraction. Meditation, on the other hand, teaches that distraction is part of the process. The important thing is not to avoid distractions completely, but to be able to recognize them and gently bring the mind back into focus without getting irritated. This simple act of letting go of intrusive thinking is what makes meditation so effective for improving focus in everyday life. Another effect of meditation on concentration and productivity is in improving decision-making. When you are more focused and present, you can analyze situations with more clarity and make decisions based on accurate information rather than acting impulsively. This is especially useful in work environments that require quick troubleshooting and a high level of attention to detail. In addition, meditation helps to develop patience, a fundamental quality for those who wish to increase their productivity and ability to solve complex problems. By meditating, you learn to slow down, not to rush, and accept that certain things take time to be resolved. This mental training translates directly into the real world, where patience and persistence are essential to face challenges and find creative solutions to difficult problems. In short, regular meditation practice is a powerful tool for those who want to improve focus, concentration, and productivity. By training the mind to stay in the present, meditation helps reduce distractions, improve working memory, increase selective attention ability, and strengthen brain regions associated with executive control and problem solving. Over time, you realize that not only do you become more productive, but also calmer, resilient, and able to deal with the challenges of everyday life more efficiently. Whether you are a student trying to focus on studies or a professional seeking greater efficiency in work, meditation can be the secret to unlock your full potential concentration. Meditation is an ancient practice, used for centuries by different cultures to promote well-being, balance, and mental clarity. Today, with modern science, we have concrete evidence that meditation offers a wide range of benefits, which go far beyond simple relaxation. Let's detail the main positive effects that regular practice of meditation can provide, both for the body and mind, and understand how it deeply impacts various areas of our lives. Modern life constantly exposes us to a series of stimuli and pressures that can trigger stress and anxiety. Meditation acts directly on reducing stress by promoting a sense of calm and presence. When you meditate, the body activates the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for reversing the effects of the fight or flight response that is often triggered in stressful situations. Studies show that regular meditation practice decreases the production of stress hormones such as cortisol. This means that by meditating regularly, you feel calmer and less vulnerable to everyday stress. In addition, meditation teaches you how to better manage anxiety. Anxiety is often generated by thoughts related to the future or regrets of the past, and meditative practice helps bring the mind back to the present moment. By training your attention to focus on the now, you prevent the mind from getting lost in excessive worries, thus reducing anxiety levels. Studies indicate that people who meditate regularly report lower levels of anxiety, and an increased ability to deal with stressful situations in a more relaxed. Insomnia and difficulty relaxing before sleep are common problems that many people face. Meditation, especially mindfulness and guided meditation techniques, are powerful tools to improve sleep quality. The practice helps to slow down thoughts and calm the agitated mind, essential factors to allow a deeper and restorative sleep. When you meditate, your body reduces the production of cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating the sleep cycle. This means that by including meditation in your routine, you can not only fall asleep faster, but also improve the depth and quality of your sleep. Several studies suggest that the practice of meditation before sleep significantly improves symptoms of insomnia and promotes a more restorative sleep. For those who suffer from sleepless nights or difficulties to relax at the end of the day, meditation may be the natural remedy, and without side effects that was missing. Meditation trains the mind to sustain attention and resist distractions, making it a valuable practice for improving concentration. Neuroscientific studies show that meditation can increase the density of gray matter in areas of the brain related to attention control and problem solving. With practice, you develop a greater ability to be present and focused on what you are doing, whether at work, in studies, or in any other activity. Meditation improves the ability to concentrate on a task for long periods, which results in increased productivity. This increase in concentration is particularly useful in a world where we are constantly bombarded by digital distractions, such as smartphones and social networks. Meditation has a profound impact on emotional health. By practicing meditation regularly, you develop a deeper connection with yourself and become more aware of your emotions. This allows you to recognize them and deal with them in a healthier way, rather than being dragged by automatic reactions. Meditation teaches you to observe emotions without judgment, creating a space for you to respond to situations with more clarity and balance, rather than reacting impulsively. Studies also show that meditation can increase feelings of compassion and empathy, both for yourself and others. By becoming more aware of your own feelings, you become more able to understand and connect emotionally with others, which strengthens relationships and promotes a sense of emotional well-being. People who meditate regularly also report higher levels of happiness and greater emotional resilience, which means they recover more quickly from emotionally challenging situations. Meditation has a proven effect on improving memory and cognitive performance. The hippocampus, an area of the brain associated with memory and learning, is one of the regions that benefits directly from meditation. Studies indicate that regular practice increases the density of gray matter in this area, which results in an improvement in the ability to retain and process information. Meditation also improves working memory, which is the ability to keep information in mind while performing complex tasks. This is especially useful in situations that require focus and fast processing of information, such as studying for an exam or making important work decisions. Also, by reducing stress and anxiety, meditation creates a more conducive mental environment for learning, as high levels of stress are known to impair the ability to absorb and remember information. The impact of meditation on cardiovascular health is also widely recognized. Regular practice can help lower blood pressure, which is essential to prevent heart problems such as heart attacks and strokes. Meditation calms the nervous system, reducing pressure on the arteries and promoting a healthier circulation. A study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine showed that meditation can be as effective as some medications in lowering blood pressure in people suffering from hypertension. Meditation reduces the activity of the sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for raising blood pressure in response to stress. With regular practice, the body becomes more efficient at regulating its own blood pressure, which results in an overall improvement in cardiovascular health. Also, by reducing levels of cortisol and other stress-related hormones, meditation decreases the risk of chronic inflammation, which is a major risk factor for heart disease. The practice also promotes a more conscious and balanced lifestyle, which may include healthier habits such as balanced eating and regular physical activities, factors that contribute directly to heart health. These are just some of the main benefits of meditation proven by science. It is important to note that the positive effects of meditation are cumulative. That is, the more you practice, the more intense and lasting the benefits. Meditation transforms not only the body, by reducing blood pressure and improving sleep,
but also the mind, strengthening concentration, memory, and emotional health. The impact of meditation is visible in many areas of life, work, personal life, and relationships. It is a simple practice which can be performed anywhere and anytime, but with powerful and lasting benefits. Whether you are a beginner or someone who has been practicing for some time, the benefits of meditation are an invitation to incorporate this transformative practice into your daily life. By investing a few minutes of your time to meditate, you are investing in your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, and creating the foundation for a healthier and more balanced life. Now you may be wondering, how do I start? The good thing about meditation is that you don't need much. You can start with just 5 minutes a day. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and concentrate on your breathing. Don't worry if your mind is distracted. It's normal. The important thing is to bring your attention back to the present moment. And if you need help, there are many apps and guided videos that can make this process easier. Meditation is a simple practice, but with extraordinary benefits. Whether you're looking for a way to improve your sleep, reduce stress, or increase your focus, meditation may be the key. So why not try it? Take a few minutes of your day to mind take care. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share with those who need a more balanced life. See you next time.